In 2006, my marriage broke down. That sort of initiated a mental breakdown. And so from 2007 to about 2013, 14, there was this void in my life. In 2015, me and Kate had a mutual friend on Facebook. A friend had put this post up. Kate put this comment, which I thought was very funny. So I then responded to her comment. And it just built from there, really. I didn't know this at the time, but in May of 2015, she was run over and very nearly died. She was in a coma for 2 months, I think. She had like 50 pins in each shoulder to keep, put her shoulders back onto her body. Broken right knee, a broken femur, broken pelvis. Her right eye was knackered. She had a brain bleed, some spinal damage. And then she went back into a coma over Christmas 2015. It started then becoming deeper, the attachment, and then September she moved in here. In many ways, we were the opposite of each other. Kate was all about ambition, and I wasn't really. But for her, that was like, well, why not? Because if you're capable of doing something, then you should do it, and you should do it to the best of your ability. Otherwise, what's the point? So you sort of got sucked along in her slipstream, really. But the intensity is just knowing that she's very, very ill and possibly we're not going to have a long life together. So it's making the most of it. But there's quite a few times where I'd spent the night in hospital, 16 hours or whatever, and then gone straight into work, come out of work, gone straight back to the hospital, perhaps once or twice a week. And that was starting to wear me down a bit. And then went to see my doctor, and he said, why don't you leave her? Because a lot of people were saying to me, you can't keep doing this. But I just thought, well, no, I love her. This is what you do in a relationship. You look after your partner. Why wouldn't you do that? Who wouldn't do that? Why wouldn't you do that? We were seeing various support organisations and stuff, and it was getting very serious. Then she slipped into a coma again. When she came out of the coma, what I should have done is dragged the hospital priest in and got us married there and then. I always regret that. And then in August 2017, things got really bad, but she wouldn't go to hospital. And I think she knew, really. September 2nd, she was officially declared dead at 9:30. I didn't believe in myself before Kate. I didn't have any sort of self-confidence. I didn't have any grandiose ideas about myself. I didn't think, oh, this is where I'm going, this is what I can do. And Kate changed all that. Someone said that I've experienced more in 2 years than most people do in 50 years of marriage or whatever. And it's all gone. So what do we do now? I see people who are happily married or in relationships, and they'll be walking down the road and they'll be laughing or whatever. And you think, why am I not allowed that? Why were we not allowed to have that? And then when I was in the shop, a customer had come in and he was talking about how he'd been with his partner who'd recently died for 30 years. And I went, well, my fiance's just died. He said, oh, how long were you together? And I said, 2 years or so. He said, oh, well, we were together 30 years, so how you think your grief is as bad as mine. And so I thought, am I allowed to grieve for this long? Shouldn't I be over it? Because it's only 2 years. But fortunately, the people who really mattered weren't like that at all. And it was, no, you're allowed to grieve. It doesn't matter how long your relationship was. It's your grief. If I go back to how I was before I met Kate, then that's like pissing on the grave, isn't it, really? I wanted to be proud of me. She wanted me to be proud of her, and I was. But I want her to be proud of me. For that to happen, it's like, right, what would Kate do? Yeah, he's standing on Kate's shoulders.